The second Harry. Bully Andrew threw harsh treatment to staff for refusing his female pal entry. Prince Andrew has been getting a bad rap in recent years. That tends to happen when you're a bit of a sweaty nonce. Other than his alleged sexual abuse scandal, the Duke of York has also been accused of being rude and arrogant, especially towards palace staffers. Prince Andrew would run to his mother and complain about his staff being nasty, a book has claimed. The Duke of York's testy relationship with his advisors is detailed in a new book about the inner workings of the various royal households. That includes advisors working for Andrew, who have called him arrogant, which they claim stemmed from a lack of self confidence. The claims come in a bombshell new book that charts the work of courtiers and advisors who work for members of the royal family. Called Courtiers, the Hidden Power Behind the Crown, it is written by veteran royal correspondent Valentine Lowe. And in one part of the book, he writes how the Duke of York, who no longer takes part in public life after the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, made little effort with Buckingham Palace staff. One senior courtier recalls in the book, he was not easy as an advisor to deal with. He was very arrogant indeed. That arrogance could have stemmed from a lack of self-confidence. He is not at all bright. The fact that he lashed out and was very rude to advisors like me was down to a total lack of self-confidence and awareness that he could always run to his mother and say, "They are all being nasty to me." In the book, Lowe mentions one particular incident where a staffer realised there was no umbrella for the Queen to protect her from the rain during an outdoor engagement with Prince Andrew. The Queen's press secretary, James Roscoe, then approached a group of army officers who were there to meet Her Majesty. Roscoe asked one of the junior officers if he would mind finding an umbrella for the Queen, and ideally someone who can hold it and walk alongside her. Andrew then approached Roscoe and pointed his finger in his face and yelled, "Who the fuck are you to ask these men to find you a fucking umbrella? You go and find your own fucking umbrella." Andrew, it seems, had reflected that swearing at his mother's press secretary was not a good look, and decided to get in his version of events first, just in case Roscoe complained about his behaviour. Roscoe told the Queen, "What do you think, ma'am? Do you think I asked the Duke of York to fetch an umbrella?" There, the matter was laid to rest. This was not the only time Andrew was stunningly rude. In a new documentary called Prince Andrew, Banished, former Royal Protection Officer Paul Page detailed a heated encounter between Sarah Ferguson's ex-husband and his palace staffers. He said that there was a time when a string of women would visit Prince Andrew in the royal chambers, and almost every day a different woman would come in. But on one occasion, the palace staffers refused to allow Prince Andrew's guests to enter his chamber, and the woman offered to call him on the phone to prove that her visit was scheduled. According to Page, Prince Andrew became upset with his staffers for not allowing the woman to enter the premises, so he lashed out at the person that he was talking to on the phone. Page also claimed that Prince Andrew didn't have the decorum that was usually required of a royal. In fact, he didn't also have any respect for the people who worked for him.